Come on in, pull up a chair. Got plastic dreams and chrome everywhere. Model building in retirement, turning memories into scale. Kit reviews and how-to action. Good old Ken will get you through.
Sponsored by Model Makers Workshop. Need parts for your next model project? Model Makers Workshop has you covered with the best aftermarket accessories around. And by Gaahleri, your one-stop shopping for all your airbrush needs. Hello and welcome. This is show number 21, folks. Welcome to the show. August 7th. First Friday of the month. Can you believe it? August already. Man, summer is flying by. So, hope everybody's doing well. I see we got some people already in the room there, so let me start saying some highs there. Hey, Chet, I see you there. And Johnny, I see you. Kevin Smith is here. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Oh, Bill's here. Joe's New Rush Shop. Hey, guys, I really appreciate you joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I don't know about you guys, but, enjoying the heck out of the summer. I've kind of slowed down on my builds and my videos. Last year I plowed away at that all summer long just to get some content out there and get me established, I guess, as you would call it. But this summer I decided, you're not getting any younger. You got to enjoy these summer days for what they're worth. So I slowed down a little bit, but I still managed to get in here and do some building when it's rainy or early in the morning or late in the evening or something of that nature. But, trying to get in here a little bit. Getting out on the motorcycle as much as I can. No big trips, though. I kind of mapped out a couple little runs where I go like 30, 50 miles pretty much every day. Just a nice little ride. So I'm enjoying that. Been really, really busy through the whole month of July because, as most of you probably know, we got hit by some pretty good storms. Two of them, one right after the 4th of July. I think it was July 5th. And then the other one was just like less than 2 weeks later. And they kind of hit me pretty good. I think most of you guys have probably seen that, but I do have a couple pictures here I'll share with you showing the damage. I didn't get the worst of it. Some of my poor neighbors got hit much, much worse. But this is out my front yard there. So my big maple, right down the middle, came down. And that took down my power line too. So unfortunately, that tree has been hacked up pretty bad, and then the utility came by and hacked up the front of it. My tree guy's scheduled to come back, and that poor tree's going to go away here. It's a shame because when I first moved in, that thing was just a seedling, and I had to save it from a storm. Then I had to run out and buy some stakes and wire to hold it in place, and here it is 20 years later, big and going away. Same with this here. This maple is going away too. It's too close to the street, too close to the line, so they really hacked it up on me. I hate when they do that, but I would have never planted the trees that close to the road, but I inherited that when I moved in. Then as you approach my backyard, kind of got beat up. But this tree here really broke my heart because this was a little seedling that I planted about 10 years ago. And the main purpose is I have a patio that you see me doing primer paint jobs on occasionally. But I also have an upper deck, a wooden deck that goes up the staircase there. And it sits up like in a tree house almost. But it's always too sunny. So this tree was planted just to provide me shade. And it just got big enough this year. It just started to hit the shade right on the deck, just like I wanted, but it got destroyed, so that tree is no longer there. Some pictures of the backyard. And here's another one of that tree that went down in the front, so it ripped my power meter right off my wall. So, the whole neighborhood lost power for at least, I think it was 24 hours, and I had to go an extra full day until I can get the utility and a certified electrician to reattach my meter and get me turned back on. So, like I said, I really didn't fare bad. I mean, that was just wind and storm damage. I do hate to see all the trees go. But some of my neighbors really got it bad. I mean, my neighbor down the street with the 55 Chevy and his garage that got crushed. The insurance just now gave the go ahead, so they had the tree removal people take the big tree off the garage. So the garage is just squatted down. I haven't seen the car yet, but you can see the roof is caved into probably a foot off the ground. So there can't be much of that Chevy left. So anyways, enough of the storm. It is beyond us now. So I'm not going to have any big trees to worry about in the future. So that's a good thing. And no leaf cleanup in the fall. I'm not going to have very much leaves to do. So anyways, that was, kept me quite busy through the month of July. Okay, so what do we got? We got like 35 people in here. Hey, Weasel's here. Hey, Weasel, how you doing? So also, the other fun thing is on my last live stream I did for you, I showed how I had chased the big boy 4014 up in Ashtabula. So this was a little snippet of that video that I had back then. But this is when it was heading east to Philadelphia. I hope that's not too loud for you. This is when it was heading to Philadelphia, but then on July 12th, it came back through the Youngstown area and actually did a whistle stop here. So I'll show a little bit of footage of that coming up right up here. I kind of scoped out a spot to sit and watch that one come right here. So this is coming through Struthers, Ohio on the 12th. Kind of snuck up on us because we weren't near any crossings or anything. Boy, that's loud. Let me turn that volume down just a little bit there. Yeah, look at all the red, white, and blue. Yeah. Trying to turn the volume down on it. There we go. Okay, so anyways, then it stopped in town here, and they expected like 4,000 or 5,000 people. I think the number was closer to 20,000. That's as close as we could get right there. So how far back are we? Quite a bit there. So that was quite the sight to see. This is an old steel town here, so people really get into the trains and the old mechanical things. And chances are the steel for that train was probably made right here in Youngstown. So anyways, that was an exciting thing. It is now all the way back in Cheyenne, Wyoming at its home base. And, likely we'll never hit the east again or not for any time. So Kevin, sounds like the amusement park, huh? So that was really cool. So what else do I got? I hope you don't mind. I'm kind of sharing a few things about myself and that, and some of the fun things I do besides model building. So I just try to include my friends in my life a little bit here. But I got a milestone here that I wanted to share with you. Let me bring that up on the screen here real quick. Bear with me just a moment. So, 2 years and 4 days ago, I smoked my last cigarette after a lifelong smoker. And I got this little app on my phone, which I haven't looked at for quite a long time because I am beyond cravings. I don't even think about a cigarette. I can stand in front of a group of people smoking and I don't even get a craving whatsoever. And I just know how damaging smoking was to me, so I have no desire to ever break down and do it. But this cool little app, I mean, if you look at it on that left column, is the money you have saved since the day you quit. So you plug in the amount that you smoked, per pack and how much you smoked. And I was smoking nearly 2 packs a day. So according to this data here, just 2 years of not smoking, I have saved almost $6,300. Isn't that amazing? Then it shows the health of certain organs. And of course, the lungs are the last thing to heal. And, and I've got permanent lung damage anyways. I got COPD and I'm probably never going to get any better. But the good news is hopefully I won't get any worse. But the other thing that's really amazing is if you look right at the very bottom, the number of cigarettes I did not smoke since I quit. That number is over 22,000 cigarettes. If that doesn't make you sick in the stomach, I don't know what does. But Yeah, so I'm really proud of that. Yeah, no cravings whatsoever. I mean, the first year, I mean, I got diagnosed with bladder cancer, and I had to do surgery, and I did chemo and everything, and I am cancer free, thank God. But the doctor warned me that it was brought on by the cigarettes and would likely come back and get worse. So that was enough to finally convince me to do it. But I do not get tempted. During the first year, I just felt an emptiness. It wasn't that I wanted a cigarette, but all that time you spent smoking, it just made you feel like there was a void in your life. So that was kind of weird. But now it's after 2 years. I don't even have that void. So I'm really proud of myself for doing that. If anybody's a smoker out there, Kevin, I know you're a smoker, and I'm not going to get on your case about it. But dude, if you can quit, it's the best thing for you. So, anyways, enough on that. But that's a milestone. So, hey, what do we got? We got a guest tonight. Let me bring him up here, or not up yet, coming up here shortly. But tonight's guest is Jerome Andrews of Models by Roni. And we're going to find out the explanation of the name of there, too, because I'm curious as heck is why it's called Models by Roni. But he's a very good builder. He sent me a bunch of pictures. I met him last year at the Plastic Undercover show in Copley, Ohio, near Akron. So, really good builder, and I'm real excited. We got all kinds of cool stuff to look at together there. And then I've already secured my guest for next month. Let me get that slide up. Bear with me. So next month, this is probably going to seem like deja vu for a lot of you guys, because this fella's pretty big name in model building, and this was his time slot. He used to have a live show on Friday nights, so probably it's going to be like deja vu for a lot of you. But Fred Pappy Henry from West Georgia Rods and Customs is going to be my guest next month, and that's the first Friday of September on September 4th at 8 p.m. And he's a very talented builder, but one of the things we're going to be talking about is that he's heavily involved with the Acme show down in Georgia, and I'm going to be attending that this year. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit, as well as we're approaching a lot of shows in my region beginning September. So we'll talk a little bit more about that on that show, but really excited to have Fred on. What else? We got one more shout out for myself here. I like to mention my Facebook group page every show, and Model Building and Retirement is the same name of my Facebook group page. But, just last episode that we had in July, we celebrated 10,000 members. We've nearly gained another 2,000 since then, and as of, I think it was this morning or yesterday afternoon, you can see there's 11,800 members in our Facebook group. So I'm really proud of that. And we have some really great builders and just really, really nice people there. So everybody's welcome to join. All you do is talk models, and it doesn't have to be cars only. My channel is pretty much cars only, because I haven't really broke away and done anything else yet. But on the Facebook group, if you build ships, if you build tanks, if you build airplanes, come on, you're all welcome. And also, you don't have to be retired. It just means that I'm retired, and most members are. But I've got some youngins in there, so really appreciate that. That you guys are part of that membership, and if you haven't, go check it out. So before we get on with the show, I wanted to do some new channel shout outs too. This is something I'm going to start doing on my live streams, and if I missed somebody or whatever, bear with me, because there are lots of content creators opening up new YouTube channels constantly. I mean, I'm a newbie myself. I'm just over a year into it right now, but since I've started my channel, there have been a lot of new channels, in fact, just early this year. So I'm going to try to get a couple of them each episode here, but I want to do a couple quick shout outs here. So the first one is Dylan Node of Node's Model Car Hobby. And everybody I'm going to mention here, I do have a link in the description of this video with a link to their YouTube channel. But Dylan is a young man. He's like, I think he's 28 years old, so he's part of the younger crowd of one of my followers. Really, really nice guy. And he just started that channel, so he only has like 240 subscribers, 21 videos right now. But he does muscle cars, he does racing and pickup trucks so far. So check out his channel. Definitely a good guy. And he also is friends with Tim Shields of Tim's channel, Shields Custom Models, and occasionally they do the live thing. In fact, they might even be on tonight. Tim's live show usually follows mine. And then we got Bench Time Builds is a newer channel, and that's with Walt, and he does tutorials, and he's into pickup truck builds and whatnot. So fairly a new content provider himself. He's got like 389 subscribers right now. So, give these guys a check out and, check out their channels and, please like and subscribe if you like their stuff. He's got like 13 videos out right now. And then my buddy Justin at MK Model Works, wanted to do a quick shout out to him. He features all kinds of stuff. He's got a variety on his channel. One of his big things is he does the What Did You Buy Wednesdays, which is sort of sponsored by Joe out there in Montana at Big Sky. But he does product reviews, and he participates in many group builds, something that I don't get into. I really wish I could get into it, but it's hard to keep up with all that. So I do applaud the guys that do the group builds, and I do enjoy watching all those. And then finally, 585 Hillbilly Garage with Rich, another great channel. He's got about 400 subscribers currently, and he does like Sundays Cars and Coffee, sort of like Paul at Left Coast Models does, and he does bench updates and reviews or whatnot. So again, I have the links to all their channels in the description, so give them a check out there. And I forgot, I'm going to turn the comments on my screen. I like to have them rolling by on the screen. It helps me see them a little bit better. What else do I got? I got one more bit of news here I just wanted to share with you guys. So in my videos, I typically include links to a lot of my products that I do. As you probably know, I'm already sponsored by Model Makers Workshop, which is 3D products. I'm sponsored by Gaahleri. And both of those guys, I have links in my description and promo codes where if you go to the description of the channel, it'll tell you the promo code, but you get 10% off their products. So if you're going to buy airbrushes or paints or Kaleido paints or anything from Gaahlerie's website, $10 or 10% off of every item. Even if they got a sale, it's an additional 10% off. So, and they do have some sales coming up. In fact, I just got a brand new rep who's really on top of it for Gaahleri. I'm very excited about that. So there's going to be some videos that I'm going to be coming up here real soon, because they're going to have a sale called Gaahleri Days coming up here just shortly, about mid-August. And they're going to be introducing a whole new set of colors for automotive colors, which is pretty exciting, and they're going to send me a box of the paint. So I'm going to do some product testing, and I'm not going to do it on spoons. I'm going to do it on a model kit or something. I'm going to come up with a real nice video, and I believe they are doing an upgrade to one of their famous airbrushes. So I'll be doing a video and a review of their airbrush. So I can't really say much more about that right now, but it's coming up. But anyways, in my videos, I usually have a link in my description to all the supplies I use. And I have to admit, I'm an Amazon junkie. So I have all those links in my description, but I have now set up a store, which I have a link in this description of this video, and all my future videos I will have a link. And these are all the products that I talk about when I do my shows. I'll say, if I'm using a paint or a decal or something, I'll have a link in my description. Well, now I'll steer you to my store, which will have a link in the description, and you can actually see pictures here and click on the items or whatever. So this is my Amazon store. I'm not able to offer any discounts, but and I do get a small commission, very small. It's usually like up to 3%. So something's $1, I get 30 cents. Or not even that. I'm sorry, 3 cents. So it's not much of a commission, but it's everything that I use in one handy dandy little site there. So and think of it, if you're buying from there, that you're kind of supporting my channel, because all the proceeds that I do between this and YouTube, I just use to kind of help me build the channel and whatnot. So that's pretty much all that news. So before I bring on my guest, let's talk about a couple other things. So channel update or bench update is, like I said, I've been a little bit sluggish building lately, but I'm currently working on a shop truck. And this one just went out on a video today. And I don't have a link in the description for this, but if you search my homepage for my channel, you'll find it. But it's my project shop truck. So this is a 1948 Chevy sedan delivery van, and it's a two-part video that came out. I just got the first part out today, but it's this little shop truck, so it's got my logo on it, and this is sort of a build for Acme. Mark Badson had kind of challenged people to build little shop trucks, and even though I already had a shop truck, I wanted to build one specifically for Acme. So it's coming along. Still got to finish that build, so it'll be coming up shortly. See some more people coming into the room. I really appreciate it there. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Welcome. Slugo's here. How you doing, Slugo? Bones. Who was that at Bones? Let me see. I saw a name roll up that I didn't recognize. Bones 0925. Hello and welcome. Carlos is here. I haven't heard from you in a while, Carlos. Appreciate you joining in. Pops, Mike, how you doing? Good to see you guys coming in here. Chet, Mike, Justin. Okay, I just mentioned you and did a little channel shout out for you. So I welcome everybody. So before I bring on my guest, I want to talk about AI a little bit. Because if you watch my stuff, and if you're watching my live, I know you're watching my videos. And if you know, I keep expanding and playing around with the quality of the show and trying to just make it mine, so to speak. So, it all started off with me adding a green screen where, I'm acting in front of a green screen, shrink myself down to the size of model kits and whatnot. And that was all good and fun. And then ChatGPT became something that I started playing with, and I use it for not only designing or getting ideas on how to design a build and get some inspirations, but it's a lot of fun to take one of your builds and put it into a scene. And I've been playing with that, and that's really cool. Now here's my take on AI, and I know everybody has their own take on it. It's here. It's here to stay. It's going to even be more in our lives than now. But here's my thing. I mean, I know there's people that are dead set against it. They hate it, and they don't even like anything that's been done with AI. Me personally, I don't like when people use AI to depict an event that didn't happen, but they're trying to portray it as it did, whether it's an accident, whether it's a disaster, or something. If you just put that out there on YouTube or whatever and did an AI video and you're just faking the whole thing to try to, for whatever reason, I don't even know why people do that, to pass it off as real. I'm against that. I think that's just wrong. And to me, low effort stuff. But I'm using it for my channel, and I'm using it to enhance my models and my builds and tell a story or whatnot. So I started with the music too. And, and I'm kind of doing ballads. So if you're watching my videos, well, even the beginning of this one, that little theme song at the beginning, that's a creation that I did with Suno and ChatGPT. and I started incorporating ballads into my videos. Usually when I'm like in the spray booth or something, because there's that long period of footage where you're spraying, so it's a good time to put on a tune. And I've had a lot of fun with that. And of course, there's always a troll or two out there, and I should never even worry about those guys when they. I got distracted because I triggered my camera here with hand gestures. It changes the framing. But anyways, let me fix that just a second here. There we go. So when I talk with my hands, my camera thinks I'm telling it to do something. But anyways, for the most part, people are telling me good feedback on my music or whatnot, and I think it's just kind of fun. But I've had a few people saying, that I'm cheating and that, if I don't have any musical talent or whatever, I shouldn't be trying to create music, and I'm not creating anything because I don't have the talent or I'm not a songwriter. Well, true on all that stuff. I'm not a songwriter. I am not a musician. I am just a good old little country boy doing a small little YouTube channel, and it's all in good fun. And this stuff just enhances the channel, just makes it kind of fun to watch, and it's kind of fun to do. So I'm not portraying myself that I'm an artist or a music writer or anything, but then again, I do believe that there is some creativity that's going into it, because these songs would not exist without me. So I am helping. I'm not just saying make me a song. I am typing out paragraph after paragraph in great detail of what I want that song to sound like and what I want it to say and the message I want to portray. Still doesn't make me a songwriter. I 100% agree with you there, but I just think it's cool, and it's all in good fun. I mean, lighten up, lighten up, people. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on AI, or at least what I'm doing with AI. Let me know if you like it, you dislike it, you disapprove, you approve. I'm going to do it anyways, but I'm just curious what you all think. So I think with that being said, I'm looking at my notes here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. But I got to get Jerome on here. I kept him waiting way too long. Okay, yeah, it looks like everything's caught up. So I am going to play a little intro that I did for Jerome. Let me get that on the screen here. And as soon as that plays out, he'll be on the screen with us. So here's my intro that I did for Jerome.
Imagination. Passion. Creativity. Art. Craftsmanship. These are the words that describe tonight's special guest. Please join me in welcoming Jerome Andrews.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Oh,
How'd you like that?
I like that. I wasn't expecting that. Oh,
I was just talking about AI music, and there you go, another one.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I need a copy of that. I have to pay that.
And I'm so blown away by that, because usually when I do something with AI, a lot of times it just doesn't understand and give you exactly what you asked for, and you have to kind of keep tweaking it. But this one, I explained everything down to the voice, down to the long gaps between the words. Everything I said, I hit render, and it gave me exactly what I wanted. So anyways, welcome to the show, my friend.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too when I first reached out to have you as a guest. I've seen you in our comment sections often and whatnot. And Kevin Smith had mentioned you quite a few times, and he's a big influence on our channel,
Yeah,
as
that's
you
my
probably
agent.
know. That's
I
your
told him
agent.
already. He's my agent. I done got this far with him. I told him I had a channel. He put the word out. So
Yeah, he is. He's a good advocator for the hobby. He definitely is. But what's funny is you sent me a bunch of pictures and that, and I already told you about it. But one of them was one of the trucks that you built. And as soon as I saw that, it's like, wait a minute, I know this guy. I met this guy. So you and I met in Copley last year. Yeah,
yep, yep.
and I remembered because of the truck.
Yeah, we was talking in the bleachers about the AMT Kenworth's cab overs.
Yeah.
On how some of them work and some of them don't. They look like they just want to fall over on their face when you flip the cab over.
Yeah, they are tough builds, but you're pretty much a master of them. You've done quite a few. I've done just the one, and maybe I'll try another one of these days. But anyways,
Yeah, I've done a few. Trucks is my thing.
well, I got all kinds of questions for you, and we've got all kinds of stuff to look at. But hey, we might as well start off with the basics for the people that don't really know you or aren't real familiar with you. Tell us a little bit about your building history, like when you started, and if you've been away, when did you restart? Tell us a little bit about the history there.
Yeah, I started building in 80. I believe it may have been 81. I can remember the first kit I got. I was in 7th grade, and it was the Christmas exchange, and I got a model kit. It was the Toyota Snap Fast kit, green on it was a yellow truck, green on the box. So I do remember that's the earliest I remember getting that, building that. Built throughout the 80s. Had a couple other friends that built. Got into slot cars, HO scale, NASCAR. There was a couple of friends down the street. That's what they were big into. In NASCAR season, his basement just turned into a big old Daytona 500 in miniature. So did that. That was okay. I kind of got out of the slot cars, stuck with the models. I moved out of Cleveland down to Alabama in 88. Built for a few more years to around 90, 91. Wasn't nobody around. Wasn't no hobby shops around because I was staying out in the country, out in Macon County. And stopped building. When I moved down to Montgomery later that year, I knew I was done with modeling. I found the hobby shop. I went in there and it did nothing for me. I mean, nothing. I didn't want to get no model or nothing. But what got me back into it, I moved back to Cleveland in October of 95. In 96, I met a guy named Derek. Stayed around the corner from my aunt. Fixed on cars. I went over there. And this is also where I happened to see my first Pro Street car. He had a Super Duty Trans Am. And go down in the basement, and he had the engine all laid out, like you see on the race people do, pistons and everything. And that was okay, but what caught my eye was he had some models in the corner. And that got me back into modeling. Just seeing that somebody else was building them. He was a little older than me, so when nobody gonna tell me, oh, that's for kids, and we all hear that. I did that when I was a kid. These are totally different. We ain't kids no more.
Right.
And that's how I got back into it in 96. Been building ever since. Joined the local model club around here, North Coast Automotive Modelers. Joined them in 98. That's where I met Kevin and some other people. And been building since then. Was on the pro boards in the 2000s. Met a couple of other modelers that turned out to be more than modelers to me. They turned out to be some of my best friends. 2 in particular. And I met another guy stay up the street here. So yeah, modeling has been good. And I say got me 2 of my best friends that I got. So yep.
That's cool. That's a good story, man. It's a great hobby. I started on my own with no motivation from anybody, just looking for a winter hobby. And I am so glad I did, because not only is it got me into the models, but I didn't realize that models turned into the workmanship and craftsmanship that we do today. That's not the way I was doing it as a kid. And then, of course, it broke into the show and my YouTube channel and everything. So it's a lot of hobbies in one. Now, most of the people that I know that don't even build appreciate the fact that, that we're building models or whatnot. But I got one neighbor who he just gets this stupid little grin on his face because he just laughs at me that I'm building little toys and I spend time in my basement on my little TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all right. I don't care what he thinks, but you could just tell that he doesn't get it.
Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of folks don't get it. And that's okay. We all got our hobbies. This is
That's
one
right.
of those, and we could be out there fishing and hunting and golfing, but that's not what I wanted to do.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So I see you've got a channel too, and and you saw I promoted some channels earlier. So you kind of got a smaller following right now. What do you got? How many subs you got right now?
I think 167.
167. Okay, so that's up and growing.
Yeah.
And I've checked it out, guys. I do have a link in the description for Jerome's channel too, so check him out. Let me ask you though, I'm dying to know what's in the name there. Models by Roni. What does the Roni mean?
Roni is just a nickname that I've had since I knew what my name was.
Ah,
So that just always been a nickname.
okay.
I actually tell how people know me by what name they call me. If somebody called me Roni, then I know they knew me when I was little, probably was around my family, stuff like that. They call me Jerome, then I know them from something outside, school, work, something business type thing or whatever. But yeah, that's where it come in. The models came by in 2000. I met one of my best friends, Days, who does it. He was doing the magazine at the time, Low Riding the Scale, all by himself, editor, chief, writer. He was doing it all. And he did a cover spread on me, and he coined it Models by Roni. I liked it. It stuck. So I've been Models by Roni since 2000. I used it on my email. I went on and took it before somebody else take it. So I got it. And even on the Pro Boards, when the Pro Boards was a big thing back in the 2000s, I used it over there to where if you Google Models by Roni, it'll come up. You probably show old pictures of the builds I did back in the mid 2000s off the Pro Boards.
Cool. I figured it had to have been something like a nickname or something, but so I had to ask that. Hey, look, I don't know if you can see the comments here. I got one on the screen there, but we got Jerry Scale Models from Ireland.
Let me ask the Sluggo. No, I'm not a Browns fan, but I do root for them to win. Actually, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. So I do got some South in me. I've lived in Alabama from 88 to 95. People did tell me I did gain a little bit of an accent, and I still have it. So I have seen Sluggo ask a couple questions on there. And I see one of my good friends over there, Greg, with the JB. He always make me smile when he say the JB. So, yeah.
Well, great. Feel free to stop at any time and answer one as we're talking too, and I'm trying to glance over at them and throw them up on the screen too when I see them.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen. You keep seeing me look this way. I'm looking at the TV because it's actually bigger on the TV. I can see them a little better.
Yeah, that's me too. I have an iPad over on the side here where I can see better too. So.
And I see you lead them. Yeah, I was in Alabama. Let's say from 88 to 95. I lived in a place called Fort Davis. Got nothing to do with the military. It's like 13 miles south of Tuskegee in Macon County. I stayed there for 3 years, and I moved to what they call the big city, Montgomery, for the next 4 years before I came back up here. So, that southern accent. Still with
now, that Macon County, is that Georgia or Tennessee?
That's Alabama.
Alabama, okay.
Yeah,
is that the same Macon County that had the movies in the 70s called like Macon County Line?
No,
because those movies scared the shit out of me, man. It's like I ain't never gonna pass through that town.
No, that was more Georgia.
Okay.
Every state in the South must got a Macon County. Because you say Macon County, nobody really thinks of the one in Alabama where Tuskegee is at, the University of Tuskegee, the Tuskegee Airmen. So the county got some history to it. But they always thought you say Macon County, oh, Georgia.
Yeah.
No, not Georgia.
Yeah, those movies like, oh man, I didn't, don't get a flat tire in Macon County, Georgia.
Yeah, you don't want to go out into I will tell you, in 3 years I stayed in the country, when the sun go down, I've never seen it so dark. Because I had spent the first 20 years here in Cleveland, when it get dark, street lights come on, it was never that dark. But them 3 years I stayed in the country, you couldn't even see the ground in front of you. It was so dark. You hoped there was a full moon to have some light.
Yeah. It's kind of dark here in Poland, Ohio, because our biggest city is, Youngstown is only, population of about 80,000, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, you've probably seen Youngstown before or passed through, I imagine.
Yeah.
'Cause we're just south of you, but anyways. So let's go look at some of your builds. Let's
Okay.
talk models. Let me see. I kind of got them prepared in some categories here. So starting off here, you got this nice little coupe, pretty color. And feel free to jump in and talk about them, or we could just kind of scroll through if something catches your fancy and you want to elaborate.
Yeah, that's the Reveal 32 coupe. One that
Okay.
was black on the box. I bought it from a show. It was like a $5 kit.
Oh,
And
wow.
somebody had put the fuel tank was already in the chassis, and that was it. So I went on and got it. It's not my thing, but I'm willing to try to build something at least once, because I may end up liking it. So I built that. I did kind of like it, because I've seen a few give it the little hot rod look. I had to put the white leather tires on. I just like white leather tires. So it was a fun kit. Photo edge grill in there. And that's really the only 32 Ford I've ever built.
Oh, nice.
But I will build another one though.
Well, I like the way you get it displayed too. I like to do that too. It's fun seeing these things in a diorama where they're surrounded by something their own scale.
Uh-huh.
To me, it just brings them to life a lot more. So I saw that you did that. I see you built some dioramas too. So I kind of have slides separated for that once we get to that too.
Yeah, that's just the backdrop I had did. Well, I didn't do it. I bought it off of eBay way back in the early 2000s. And they had them in 25th scale, 18 scale, 16 scale. And it's just a sticker, checkerboard floor. And they had two walls. And it came with a whole bunch of other little stickers for bathroom, dyno room, stuff like that. And what it is I just stuck it on the back of a big old cereal box. So when I'm not using it, I can just fold it in half and put the floor in the middle and stick it in there like a folder.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like my big garage that I do my model debuts in too. That's all photo paper that I did. I stitched together the brick walls, and I took pictures off the internet for signs or whatever. Everything I got there is just photos planted and pasted onto photo paper, and then I glued them to like 1/8-inch hardboard and made a little diorama. But for photographs, it looks incredibly well.
Yeah, if you look at it right there, the cars fit in it pretty good. I have a few cars that's too long for it, but when you look at it, if you saw the thing in person, you'd be like, just two pieces of cardboard folded in half with stickers on it. But it makes a good backdrop.
What are we looking at there? Is that a
That's a
Carolina?
Johan 62 Cutlass, F85.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't make out the model on that one.
Yeah, that's the F85 from Johan the Cutlass. Painted it just candy apple red, put some rainbow flake in it. It's a little ghost black in it around the body lines with some transparent black I put on there. And did it kind of like lowrider style, but traditional, no patterns, anything like that on it.
Right. I noticed you're good at laying the paint. You lay it good. We were just talking about that before the show, using your 2K clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he uses real automotive stuff, folks. He's not using kit stuff. He's using
I used to
mixing the real stuff.
I used to finish one. It's made by Sherwin Williams, which is a local company here. but it's a finished one, 2K and hardener. Yeah, Kevin, those are the Pegasus wheels.
I like this here too.
Yeah.
This little
Yeah, that's the Revell wagon Gaahleri.
57 Gaahleri. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. I was trying to
that's
get the
the
year.
Yep. And I know Greg on here, and he about to know what I'm about to say. This is his fault. Before I met him, I was content just building regular cars. Never thought about building race cars. Definitely like not Gaahleris, because I just thought they looked a little goofy sitting high like that. But I met him. Race cars was his thing, and he converted me. Now I got to do at least one a year. So, yeah. See, he on here listening. He knows his fault. Every time I build a race car, I text him, send pictures. I say, this is your fault. You started this. So that's how I done got into the race cars. And I like building them. That's how I build anything at least once to see if I like it. I did, and I liked it.
I do too. I have a bunch of kits to build, and I purposely, I build them and like, hey, I haven't built a race car yet, so I've got several to go. The closest I've got to it was my little Falcon, where I kind of built a pro mod drag car out of it. But but I want to do something with all the stickers and stuff like that. I think that is a fun build. So
Yeah.
and I got some funny cars to build, and I got some Top Fuel dragsters. I got to get on the stick and start building. I guess wintertime's coming.
Yeah. Yep. Got a lot to do. Yeah, that's painted. I painted it with the Testors one coat. Like we were talking about earlier, how the Testors paints is getting harder to find, and the Testors is my go-to. That's whatever shade of gold, because they had a lot of different golds. And the brown is the root beer brown, and I added the rainbow flake onto it, which is, it's a little work when you add flake, but not all the flake want to lay flat. Some of them want to just stand up. So you have to knock it down, clear it, knock it down, clear it, knock it down, clear it. You have to do it in stages until it gets smooth. Then you put that final coat on it. But I'll put that final coat on it, which is the 2K. So it'll be on there permanent. Yeah.
Well, is that how you carry the flake on all the coats? Is using the 2K clear, or using like an inner coat clear?
I use the inner coat clear. That's why I buy the Testors clear.
Okay.
Like I said, if I mess up, I can strip it. Whereas the 2K is more final. So yeah.
Cool. That's a sweet build. That was one of my favorites out of what you sent me there.
Yeah, that was a resin hood.
Is that a stock engine, or is that something custom in there? It's kind of hard to tell.
That's the kit engine, but that's a thing they would call parts by parts. That's what they had, the aluminum tubes that go in there, the ejector tube. So I know that ain't even the proper name, but the stacks is aluminum. And I got them from parts by parts.
Nice.
So I had them a long time. I don't even know if he's still making parts.
That's nice too. You got your little your wedge hauler there.
Yeah, that's the hauler for it. Just a Ford C cab.
Color matched. I like that.
Yeah, color matched with the rainbow flake, which was a little harder to knock down on that because of the curves on the cab. Trying not to burn through.
Now, is the bed part of that a kit, or is that scratch built?
That's a modified kit out of the Tyrone Malone kits. We had a hauler, and you can get his little race truck that go on there. So yeah, I just took that, modified it. It's a little shorter. Modified the head rack, and just put it on there.
Nice.
After I had built it, and I thought I should have just went on and did it the single axle. But I remember why I didn't want to, because I didn't want to do all that work trying to fill in one of them wheel wells. So, but it still came out, looks pretty good and decent.
Yeah, it's nice, very nice. And this one looks pretty cool here.
Yeah, that's the only show ride I built. I do not like show rides.
Oh, really?
That's how I build one or something there just to see. And I built it, I didn't like it. So I don't even know where it is. I got the barrels in the drawer. I think I sold the rest of it on eBay in a bag full of parts. But I try to build want something, at least one.
Yeah, I like to reach out of my comfort zone too. Like even this 48 Chevy that I was showing earlier, it's not my thing, but I appreciate all cars. So, I'm not probably as excited as I am about building an old muscle car, but it's just kind of fun to build a little something of everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me Pops models. Any awards for your bills? Yeah, I've been going to shows since '98 was the first show I went to, which was at Toledo NNL. So from '98 to last year, because I haven't been none this year, I have over 200. Um, yeah, it's over 200. A lot of them are gone.
Whoa.
Because you think, yeah, I'm gonna get these awards and I'm hang them all up on the wall, then you get them and you be like, I don't want to do that. So I just pull the face off. If it's a wooden plaque, I just pull the metal face off of it, put them in a box. I keep some of the trophies. Anything that's clear, I would keep, or something I only won. If it's a best of, I would always keep the best of, best flames. I never won a best in show, but I won the best flames. I think I had best paint, a top 25 in Toledo, which is very hard. It's probably the most cherished one I got. A top 25 in Toledo back in the day was a lot. Yeah, that it meant a lot to get that. So yeah, I won a few with some of these.
Well, yeah, congratulations. That's a pretty impressive number.
Well, thank you.
And deserving. We can see why right here. So that's probably the Revell James Bond kit, or is that the Boss kit? That's the Boss kit, I think.
That's the Boss one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I painted that with the that's the MCW Sherwood Green. It was pre-thin. So I went on and gave the pre-thin paint a try. I don't like it because it's too thin. I prefer to just thin my own paint. But I just like doing the fours like that because you get the fog, the bottom under with the primer and stuff. Fours are fun deal, especially factory type. So yeah. I did have to build the area with that because I did put the front and rear balance on, so I couldn't get the chassis up in there correctly. So it is a little nose high.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, them Mustangs are a little nose high right out of the factory too. Everybody jacked them up in the back that had a real one, including me. I had one. I had a 72 back in the 80s. But yeah, nice build. It's a good kit. That's a fun kit to build. Yeah,
I would do another one. Just to correct the mistake that I did on that one. I would do another.
Of course, the last one I built of the Boss kit was the destroyed, gone in 60 seconds model. So, Speaking of that, I should have mentioned that when I was talking about Dylan Node promoting his channel. But what a nice young man. He's going to be doing a giveaway, and he announced that it was going to be a 73 Mach 1 AMT kit. And I've been actually looking for one. I mean, I've seen them on eBay and stuff because I did the wrecked up Gone in 60 Seconds version. Yeah, but oh, thanks. I have enough paint where I want to do the perfect one and have them side by side, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, he's going to send me one. He bought one and he's going to send it to me and refuses to take any money. So once again, the community is really incredible. I've had other people do that to me in the past too, send me a kit and stuff, but you just, it's just amazing that people do that.
Yeah, people are willing to help.
Yeah, so I had to do a special shout out there.
Yeah, they help. Don't want nothing in exchange.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love the modern community.
Yep.
Okay, somebody talking about bills.
Nice looking 40 there. Yeah, who's talking about the bills here?
Oh, mastering the model. Yep. Yeah, I had to put that Bills helmet up in there. Fear the herd. So that's the AMT 44. Again, that's another one I had bought from a show. It was $5, and the bumpers was missing. But I didn't know that until I really started building it, which didn't care anyway because I think they look better without the bumpers.
Yeah, it does actually. I thought it was on purpose. So I see Irv is here from Art of Rake.
Yeah.
big fan of his work.
Yeah, good bills from her. But yeah, that's just more testers. That's another one that I bought from that same show. That I bought $4 or $5 kits at that show some years ago. That one was already painted, so I don't know what kind of paint they used or what yellow it was. So I just went on and mixed up what for the interior. I'm gonna call it black cherry, because that's what it looked like, or plum. And just shot that there. Built the engine up, wired it, battery cables, radiator hose, steel braided, heater hose.
Yeah, I wish I could zoom in on that a little bit because it does look good. Yeah, I see the braided hoses and all that.
Yeah.
So what do you use for braided hose?
Protect. Yeah, I've been using Protect for more than 20 years. When you first came out, back when you had to go through mail order, you had to send a form in an envelope with a check or a money order. And you had to buy from me back then. Yeah, I wanted to do that one more like a 70s, early 70s build. You know, the car was handed down to a younger guy, so you put some rallies on it, some raised whites. You kept it moving. You know, it looked good. It's clean, but it ain't super clean. Because I did weather the bottom up a little bit. I don't know if I sent a picture of the bottom. I just weathered the bottom up with some cigarette ashes to give it a little dusty look.
Let's see, slide 18. Oops, I don't have a slide 18. That's why that's blank. Yeah, I don't think I included the underside of that. I got a couple of your builds I included it, but
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of your dioramas.
Okay.
And folks, you know, if you have any questions for either of us, feel free to, you know, post them there and we'll answer your questions too. But anyways, yeah, check out some of Jerome's dioramas here. Here's a Superbird, or is that a Daytona?
That's the Daytona. That's the
Daytona.
MPC 69 Daytona, and everybody know how horrible that one is. But it's still a good kit for the Hemi and for the deep dish Kragers that comes with that kit. So instead of just throwing the rest of that away, I decided it is a bad kit. I just don't make a diorama out of it. Rust it up. There's no engine in it. So,
Sweet.
yeah, I just like making dioramas from time.
So what are you using for the leaves there?
That was just some diorama stuff I got off of Amazon.
Okay, so it's
yeah,
ready to use. Okay.
Yeah, from Woodland Scenics. Yeah, they had the little leaves.
Okay, yeah.
Tried to make it look like might have been somebody's old race car. Put the roll cage in it. And I don't know, I forgot to send pictures of the interior, but the interior is all beat up. Got a milk crate with some engine parts in it. I mean, like I'm sitting in somebody's backyard. It's fall time, but not all the leaves fell off. But just sitting in the corner of their yard.
Sweet. Well, I am a big fan of patina, so every time I see something that's aged in patina, I'm like, I don't know, I geek out on it. I like them more than I do shiny paint jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge to get the patina, because you can't overdo it, and then it just don't look right. And,
yeah.
You know, some things you can't do is I put the stripe on, then went over it. I kind of think I should have did it a different way, but it works. You make the stripe
definitely works.
Fade it out. You see, I just added some junk in the corners and stuff. That's a 69 Charger Revell when it first came out. It started as a good paint job, and then I just wanted to weather it. It's the only 69 Charger I built, and I'm about to say something folks don't even like. I do not like second-gen Chargers, unless it's the Daytona or the Charger 500. So that was the only one I did of that. It was my first weather job.
So you're not a Dukes of Hazzard or General Lee fan then?
Nah, no 68, 69, 70s.
Wow.
It was a 500 or a Daytona.
Okay, that's unusual. I thought everybody loved those.
Nah, I like the first gen better. The one that everybody hate.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'll agree there. I'm a big fan of that first generation. I don't know why it gets hated on because I think it's pretty stylish with
Hmm.
that long sweeping fastback, you know. But anyways, you did a real nice build on the diorama there, and I
Yep.
like the crushed roof there too.
Yep.
That's probably what my neighbor's '55 Chevy looks like. Who's,
Uh,
yeah, I'm
mhm.
sure it's worse. I feel sorry for that poor guy.
That was my second attempt at a diorama.
Yep,
I
Chevelle
remember, yeah, I remember doing that at
69.
69.
Yeah.
That started as a good paint job. That actually started as the Chevelle from, I forget the movie, but everybody knows the black and gold Chevelle with the 13 on it. Talladega Nights. That's what I wanted to do with that, but I messed it up. So I just went on and painted it blue, put a white vinyl top on it, and weathered it. There's a hammer in the windshield, old engine land next to it, rear end, flattened the tires. I do believe it's a hog on the other side, uh, sniffing at the tire. Hey, Ronald. Yeah, I was on lay it low. Yeah, those was the good days. Yeah, you see the hog over there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just got that. It was in a bag of parts. I'm like, "Yeah, I could use that. I put some flocking on it, some black and gray. Then I just put some dirty paint down on it, muddy water, make him look dirty and glue him down. And he worked. He's been sitting there for over 20 years. That diorama I still have. It's in a container sitting here next to me. The Charger I sold to somebody in New Mexico years ago.
Sweet. Okay, so we've got, okay, a few more dioramas here. I'm trying to read my notes here so that when the slides come up, I kind of have an idea of what we're looking at. So that's the same one from front view there.
Yeah, you can say that, Kevin. The best places for Mopars in the junkyard. But I took that to one of our club shows some years ago, and this woman got mad at me and told me Chargers do not look like that. So I know I offended at least one person that day. I mean, she was legit mad and stormed away from the table. I didn't. Hey, folks take their cars serious.
Well, I'll tell you what, my family was Ford, but I did in high school had a 71 Charger Super Bee, so that was the third gen Charger. The one that had sort of that Coke bottle shape to it. And then I also had a 69 Dart. Nothing fancy there. It was a 6-cylinder. But I always loved their body styles and I loved their high impact colors. But they were chintzy built cars. Not that anything was extremely high quality back in the day. But
Mm-hmm.
Mopars were it seemed like anything I would, like if you turned a knob on the dashboard, it would break off. That's kind of stuff I remember. But they were fast and they were cheap. And cheap is the key word. That's why they fell apart because they were cheap. Anyways, this diorama looks good. Yeah, I love all the little decor there. It's fun just kind of setting it up like you would a real garage. Your
Yeah,
studs on 16-inch centers there.
yeah, that's a garage. I didn't build that. I cannot do that. But the guy I had spoke of earlier, Derek, who got me back into modeling, that's one of his specialties. He can build dial houses and little dioramas like that. And that's one that he had built, but he didn't like it. So he told me I could have it. So I drove up to Buffalo. He was a model show, so I went to Buffalo anyway and got that. That probably was about 14 years ago.
Oh wow!
And it sat until about 3 years ago for me trying to decide how I wanted to build it up, what I wanted to put in there. So these are just pictures of it in different stages before I start putting stuff in it, like the welding tank, comparison, stuff like that. All that's die cast. It was in the die cast tool set.
Oh okay.
And because he put the floor in, the studs, the brick wall. I put the white trim around, the white tables and stuff like that. Like in the previous picture, our desk back there, that's got little miniature model boxes on it and set of drag wheels underneath. The little
You know,
motorcycles diecast too.
that's another thing I love about the dioramas is it reminds me of a kid. Like me and my little brother used to play cars all the time with like Matchbox cars or whatever, and we would just take a blanket and like toss it up in the air, and then when it landed on the bedroom floor, it just naturally made hills and roads and mountains and stuff, and we would play for hours. And I would have killed for something like either this or like my garage. So even now, even though I'm 60, going on 67, I have so much fun when I stage my models and take photographs, and you know, I put all the little guys and the tools and arrange everything. It's it brings me back to being a kid.
Yeah. Yes, I do, Ronald. Still got a lot of them from the little days.
Nice
Yeah, that's just
top
the
view
top
of it.
view. Yeah, top view of it. While it was empty, I just put some stuff on the wall. And
Yeah,
that's
what's nice about this is it's not just the interior, but it actually has a garage doors and a front facade on it too. There you
yeah,
go. That's the front view.
yep.
Now, is any of those sides removable?
No, it's it's all together. It's nailed
Okay.
together. The front opens up. Well, the top does come off because it's a clear top, and I got clear styrene in front of the doors to keep the dust out. But I just made that into like my Mopar garage because I had those Mopar tanks. You see a Super Bird up there, Challenger on big wheels, got a Boogie van in the middle, and the white 3000, which is one of my favorite trucks because they were made here in Cleveland. Used to see them all the time. That's the shop truck.
Oh, there you go. That's unique.
Uh-huh.
And then I like these Spasm Con, that big acronym for the Sharon
No,
Club,
that's
right?
the was that the Sharon?
Isn't that the Sharon
That's
Creek, the
the
Shenango Valley?
Yep, Shenango Valley. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't been there in a few years. I forgot. Yep, it is Shenango Valley. It's the IPMS.
yeah.
That
That's
came off of
coming up.
one of the plaques I got from them.
See, their show, I think I had it written down here.
It should be in September. Is when they
September
should be.
19th, yeah,
Yep.
in Sharon. So, that's okay, so.
No, I do not, Kevin. I have no Dodge vans. And you want the rare vans too, the good looking ones.
These I really thought were cool with these pickup tailgates.
Yeah. Somehow I was watching YouTube. One of the videos came across my screen. And then I could go down that rabbit hole. Next thing you know, you can watch 10 people build tailgate benches. And I'm like, I think I could do that because I got a few tailgates laying around.
Yeah, that's sweet. I hadn't seen that before, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So that was like 2 days of work. Just experimenting them, trying them out.
And I think I have one more diorama here. Oh yeah. Well, it's not a diorama, but it's the chopper. I like it.
Hmm. Yeah, that's one of them Revell choppers whenever they came out. Like I said, I try to build one something.
It's kind of hard to find motorcycles in 24th or 25th scale too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of them are smaller scale. But yeah, this is nice. You can put it in the bed of a pickup truck or on a trailer or something. So
Yeah, that's the what scale was on? I think those were 12 scale or something. They was as big as a 25th scale car. Because they had a whole set of them, 3, 4, 5 of them, something like that.
sweet.
I had a few of them, but those gone too. I knew very little about motorcycles, so I built a few of them. I didn't like the chopper ones, but I do got the race ones from Tamaya. So I built a few of those, and I knew nothing about motorcycles. I was telling my friend Derek, the one that got me back in mom, when I first built the motorcycle, I bought an up kit from Top Studio, and I asked him what the little wheel was for. And when he stopped laughing, he told me that was the clutch that goes on the side of those bikes. So I was like, hey, I just wanted to give it a try. I didn't know what it was. Now I know the little wheel on the side of the Hondas and Suzukis is a clutch.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a big dog chopper. I had to have it back in the day when Orange County Choppers was on TV. You know,
Okay.
the father and son that yell at each other all the time.
Yep.
But I was into the craze, you know, so I had to have one. So I bought one of those big dog choppers, and had that big 300 millimeter tire in the back. And the thing, it had like a 1900 cc S&S built motor on it, like almost 120 horsepower for that chopper. But it was a hardtail, man. I mean, you could barely ride that thing. I would say I could probably only ride it for about 10 minutes before my back couldn't take it anymore. But for 10 minutes, I had one hell of a grin on my face every day. And then I would hop on my Goldwinger, my Harley, for a nice ride. All right, what else do I got here? I got some other stuff here. We got another round. Let's go look at some of your trucks.
Okay.
There you go. So that's the one I saw at the Plastic Undercover show last year.
Right. Yeah.
Now, is that whole thing kit, or is that scratch built on the back?
The box I bought off of eBay. It's a guy called BCS. And you make utility boxes, but you have to put them together. And there's only the outside. There's no underside, anything like that. So I put that together. I got the filling in the bottom, drilled the holes for the slam locks, because he have them. It's like laser, like he laser cuts to all the stuff. So yeah, it's a good start, but you need to put your own slam locks in, cut the door lines out a little deeper. So it's the box and the bumper. All the equipment is 3D printed by David Rose down in Louisiana in the model truck group. So he had seen it when I was building that up. And he said he had a crane, because I had a smaller crane just sitting on there. So he sold me that one, a bigger crane, a little hose reel on the side, the compressor. The welding box came from somebody else. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, Irv, those benches with the tailgates are pretty cool, aren't they?
Yeah, you'll have fun building them, Irv. You will have fun building those.
So did you have to modify the frame of this tractor, or did that just fit right over the frame then? Because now that I see that it was separately purchased box, it almost looked like that would just be the regular tractor chassis.
It's a little short. I shortened about probably a ½ inch, not much.
I see.
Because the Aerodyne already has a long frame on it, because it's supposed to fit the Tyrone Malone race bed. So
now, what about the graphics?
The Smokey and the Bandit graphics.
Oh, okay, from the big semi truck. Okay.
That I got those from Model Trucking. He used to make Jerry Reader. He used to do decals. Since retired, but he used to do decals for the trucks. Back in the early 2000s, I'm not sure when he first started. I used to get a lot of decals from him. Or he'd sell misprints on eBay. So that was a 32nd scale misprint, and the color was just a little off. But I'm like, it's still usable. So that's what that is. And with the cab, I shortened the cab because the kit comes with a 112-inch cab, the big cab. So I shortened that down to the 86-inch single sleeper. Because I just wanted to do something different. I had them built 3 or 4 of the regular size cab. I'm thinking if I build one more Aerodyne, I'm going to have to shorten it. So
Sweet.
that's probably the last Aerodyne I do for a while.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't you win something on that at that show too last year?
Nah, because I'm a member of the club, so I can't participate. I can only stream. So yeah, I just took it down there to show. I had just finished that like 3 days before that show. And I said, I'll take it down there.
It's kind of hard bringing trucks to the show too, though. Like I did that Kenworth cab over and the racing trailer, and then brought 6 models to go on that. That's a lot to carry to set up on a table. and fragile.
And the trailers are very fragile. I've built a few trailers. I think I've only taken one trailer to a show in all the shows I've been to, and it was a drop deck that I scratch built. So it was a little heavier and sturdier than what a kit on would have been. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I don't like taking trailers. It's just a lot of room. You need a whole container and a long container because most trailers is 2 feet long.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I did. I had this massive, and I couldn't even separate the cab because I mounted everything to a board so that it kept things more stable. It was easier to carry that way.
So yeah,
So
like
so now
really,
I had the cab and the trailer, so I had a real long container to carry.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, so yeah, another couple shots of that. That was a really beautiful build, though. I had really admired that, but then you got this one. This is pretty.
yeah. That's the Gaahleri Peterbilt 377. That's one of my older bills. I don't have that one anymore. Of course, everybody got to have a BJ and the Bear truck. If you like trucks, you got to have BJ and the Bear.
Yeah.
That's what older bill. And you got the decals from Jerry Reader again, which is just the black and the gold. The red and the white is painted. I prefer to just paint it. Looks better than the decal. Because when that kit was out, it had a decal in it that had the red stripe. But it looks better when you paint the white and the red and then just later black and gold.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're easy enough to do. You know, I mean, I couldn't do any graphics like that Smokey and the Bandit graphic. You know, there's nothing I could do there. I couldn't mask that off or nothing, but stripes you can do.
Yeah.
Now, are any of these Revell kits, or have you ever built a Revell truck kit?
I built the Revell truck kit. I don't particularly like them. The kit is good. The tires are horrible. I just don't like their tires and their wheels. So I only built, I think, 2 Revell kits. I only got one left that I've turned into a wrecker. That's another older bill from the cattle trailers. Cut them down, made pups. That setup is actually in Texas. When I went to sell it, a guy in Texas, which I'm not surprised, you know, cattle trailers and Texas go together.
Yeah, yeah.
And I put it on eBay. He messaged me a price. He said, I do buy it now, right now, at this price. Click. I get it to you. I'd have to wait the 7 days, and he offered more than what I thought I was going to get for it anyway. So that one, it was big too.
I'd be terrified boxing that up and trusting somebody like UPS or somebody to deliver that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little, the trailers were a little easier. But I can just you had like a big potato chip box, and I just wrapped them up with a whole roll of paper towel, then wrapped it with toilet paper going the other way around, and then I could just sit them both in the box with a lot of bubble wrap.
This one's sweet.
A little day cab Astro that I did. I'm gonna just cut it down, make it a day cab, a little shorty.
I like that one. Now, is that a scratch built trailer or is that a kit?
Scratch built trailer.
Yeah.
The suspension came out of an Gaahleri kit, but in the frame was one of the container trailers. I had bought old Blue Bond, cleaned it up, but scratch built the bunks, the landing gear. I got the little tree limbs out of Greg's backyard. We back there in the backyard cutting down little tree limbs off a low-hanging tree. Yep, and use them for a load.
Sort of looks like that Final Destination movie, the log truck.
Yep.
That's sweet.
And I still have that. It's sitting on top of the refrigerator. That's why I got it, because it's big enough to hold 3 trailers. So the 3 trailers I do have built, I can see they're on top of the refrigerator.
Sweet. Yeah, there's that wedge racer again.
Mm-hmm.
This one's cool. A little crane on top.
Yeah, that's a AMT Louisville. It has a plastic setback hood on it. So it's not the kit hood, that's resin. Got some more aluminum wheels and tires that Jamie Ray Mueller did. Wheels and tires wheels is resin, have them chrome plated. The half fenders is actually aluminum because he made a lot of stuff out of aluminum.
Oh, okay.
The crane came out the Gaahleri accessories kit. It has the Caterpillar engine and out the Revell snap kits. the big 3406 engine instead of that little. Now what is the 3408 is the big engine, and the 3406 is the little engine that comes in the kit.
Cool. So now let's go look at some of your racers here.
Mm-hmm.
Kodak.
That's one of them Salvino's new Camaros. Like I was in the NASCAR at one time. Had a lot of them. The monogram ones, yeah, I could build it with one eye closed. Don't need no instructions on nothing. Kind of excited when these new ones came out, but I wasn't excited when it was $50. So I just waited, and they flooded the market with them, is what I believe in. Now all of a sudden you can get that Camaro $15, $17.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when I was following NASCAR, my favorite number is 4. My favorite color is orange. So I just had all the Kodak cars. And I just made that more of a throwback scheme Kodak on that one, on the new Camaro. Came out pretty good. The decal fit. I didn't think they were going to fit at first, but they fit. But they slide that number so far forward now.
Yeah, that's cool. I noticed, let's see, it's on a different slide. Let me bring that one up real quick. You did one with Jeff Gordon's colors, too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another throwback fantasy build, I'm guessing, right?
Yep.
That didn't really exist.
Nah, I got that in the club meeting. We have kits. You know, if you don't want stuff, be free stuff under the table. At club member Tom Cran, I'm sure Kevin know him, remember? He had painted that blue, so I don't know what color blue it is. But when I got home and looked at it, I'm like, I can do something with this. Just painted the subline green wheels, the roll cage, put the Jeff Gordon on there because I did like Jeff Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah, he was amazing. That's when you know you're getting old, because I remember him in his rookie year, and now he's retired. I mean, kind of seen his whole career come and go.
Yeah. Somebody asked a question about some decals in one piece. Which decals were you talking about? There's ones on the service truck. They come in 2 pieces. So that's why when you look at the bed, the service bed, the front half of the trailer is on one side, the other side got the back half. So yeah, they came in 2 pieces. If those were the decals you were talking about.
I see. And funny car.
Yeah.
I got one of those to build. I got the old Blue Max from the 70s. I haven't built yet.
Yeah, that would just be building something that I hadn't built before. And I had some aluminum wheels for it. So I used the aluminum wheels on the back. More up-to-date Mopar scheme. I forget what driver had used that in the 2000s. The car was camouflage. They build, the chassis and everything built pretty good. Just never liked the way the body sat on it. It just sit high. And I'm just used to seeing them sitting real low. But I guess that's what the stands were back then. They sat a little high.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, talking about NASCARs too. I when I was a kid, I built one NASCAR model, and it was fun. It was a Buddy Baker Charger, I think, like 1971 or something. But I really want to build some like 60s NASCARs, because that's when I thought they were really cool in the 60s, when they were like real cars, you know?
Yeah, yep. Like they just got a car off the lot and stuck a number on it, punched the headlights out, and started racing.
Yeah. So I want to build some of those. But this one's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like a Pontiac. Is that a Pontiac?
Yes, a Pontiac Tempest. Those Slicks decals. I bought them decals. I like the way the decals look. Because that little Indian on it. And it took me years to find one of them Tempest kits. Because they got kind of rare and expensive for a little while.
Yeah, it's got the altered wheelbase too, yeah.
Yep.
You know who I've been trying to get on my show for a while now, but he hasn't responded, and he probably never will, is Steve Magnante. Do you know him?
Yep. Yeah.
I have emailed him a couple times because he is into building. He likes the old Johan altered wheelbase racers, and I've invited him to my live show, but I've never got a reply. I mean, he's big celebrity, and I'm just little old Ken with this little show, but it would really be cool if I could score him as a guest.
Yeah, that would be great. But I follow him over on Instagram. He does respond back on Instagram to some of the comments.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I'll try to reach out to him then.
Yeah.
Or he's just laughing, saying, I ain't going on your show. I don't know. He seems like it'd be a good sport. So I think maybe I'm just not reaching out to him in the right manner. I don't know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But that would be like my feather in my cap if I could get him on as a guest. That's sweet. That's sweet. That looks like something that the kids would have today.
Yeah. That was
Sort of out of a Fast and Furious kind of look,
Yeah. I dreamed of that car for a while. But I owned a '06 Focus SVT. Was a ZX3. Yeah, just a little plane. So I had one of them, and I always thought it would look nice Pro Street. Plus, I like the Pro Street, smaller cars, front wheel drive cars from the 80s, 90s, and that had me do a 2001. It was a 2005, but I converted to a 2006. And yeah,
Sweet.
I like these. I like car. That's a bad little boy right there.
Sweet. Okay, so Dan, you know Steve and Kevin. Okay, yeah, if you guys want to try to reach out to them, let them know I want them on the show. I'll let him host.
All right, thanks, Papa. Yeah, I like the Focus too. This thing they make nice little street cars. It don't have to be that daily commuter. And the Monte Carlo, because I owned a '95 Monte Carlo that Greg used to call my Earnhardt because it was black. So whenever you aren't black car, that's all you associated with. So, yeah.
Well, they did. What the Monte Carlo put out what was it, an Earnhardt and a Jeff Gordon version, didn't they?
Yeah, it's Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, a Dale Jr. edition.
Oh, did they? Okay.
A Tony Stewart edition, but Tony Stewart ones were the 2000 and up. Yeah, they had a few driver editions.
Mike, I did reach out to Edgar a few times too, and he also has not responded. But yet he does make comments on my videos, and then when he does, I say, please get hold of me, and I'll give him my link. But he hasn't responded either. So, yeah, I would like to have Edgar on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Very talented builder.
Yeah, and the Monte Carlo was just a promo. It was made by Brookfield Collectibles.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen them at a show one day. It was $10. I got 4 of them. 2 pace cars with the little wing on the back, and 2 regular street ones. But I do have a black one that I would like to do, like the one I had. The one I had was column shift and a bench seat, but all those come with buckets. So I hadn't gotten around to making a bench seat for it yet.
Right. And the Monte Carlo is one of those cars, because I lost interest in cars in the 80s and the 90s. They just didn't do much for me. Mm-hmm. But the Monte Carlo looked good to me. That, and I think it was the Ford Probe and the Corvette and the Firebird, and that was about it, I guess. Not too many, though.
Yeah.
Who's mentioning Doug White? Let's see, Chet. Yeah, I met Doug at NNL East this year. Very nice guy. And if anybody ever heard my newest little AI song called Legends of the Hobby, I took like 10 legends from the hobby, and Doug was one of the guys. He's in one of the verses there. But yeah, he would be an excellent guest too. So far, I've had nothing but outstanding guests on my show, present company included.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just glad I'm not falling flat on my face. So.
Yeah, everybody's been a really good sport, and everybody's done real well. There's been some that are a little more nervous than others, but yeah, everybody's carried a show real well. They make me look good because I'm not all that good of a host either.
Nah, I think you do a good job on it. And
Thank you.
it
I
had-
like this one too. Yeah, it's another
Yeah.
Gaahleri style.
yeah, that was the Chevelle Alta wheelbase or whatever it is. Again, I don't know much about that style of race car, but I got that for a Christmas present a couple years ago and painted it. It's actually painted aluminum. The metallizer, which I did by accident because I confused the aluminum with silver. And then once I painted it, I thought it looked kind of flat. You know, the silver should have had more pop. Thought it looked kind of flat. So when I started rubbing it, the aluminum started coming off because the metallizer wouldn't really stick. You had to put a coat on top of them. That's when I realized, oh, I just used the last of my aluminum on that. So shot it with a flake again. Top is just white. Some STS generic decals, the Fat Tony's Pizza. Did it up. It's the first time I had ever done one of those, other than the Pontiac, which I believe is the same kit with just a different body. But that was the first Chevrolet one I had done.
Yeah,
Built
real
right
nice.
out. It built right out the box. The stripes on top is a decal. Got them from Franklin Ink.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
back-
thought. Okay, I thought you had painted that.
No,
Looks like Dano's kind of work.
my creativity won't let me do that kind of masking.
Uh-huh.
I got mad props for everybody that can do that kind of masking. I cannot do it.
I keep watching Dano's work on Leadham's channel, and oh my God, he makes it look so easy, but I just haven't. I haven't got the courage up yet to do it, but it's coming. First of
Yeah.
all, though, I want to get the right paint because I'd like to do what he does, and that's tape spray, tape spray, tape spray. The paints I got, I have to wait too long between cycles. It would take me a week, so that I don't risk peeling off the colors or things playing together well.
See, that wouldn't even bother me because I'm a slow painter. I could paint one color and I probably wouldn't think about it again for 2 weeks, and I'll go back and do the next one.
Oh, okay. You got patience. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
man, I need the instant gratification, boy. I'm like, if it takes a day to cure, it's like, all right, I'm counting the hours and testing the paint to see if I can start early.
Yeah. I got the patience with it. Whenever I get an idea for a color on a body, I prep it and paint it and put it back in the box to sit there. There's at least 12 painted bodies behind me, back in the boxes, ready to go, different various stages of completion. Some of them got the bodies painted, foil cleared, some interiors, some got the chassis and everything did. Mainly, a lot of them probably just don't have the engines in them done because I'm not sure how I want to do the engines. I have to be in the mood to do an engine. And another, kind of like to put something on it so it just won't be a naked engine unless I'm doing a plain box stop. But if I already done painted it some funky color, and then change the wheels where it's no longer box stock or factory. So I have to do a little something to it.
Right. Man, I still got more. Let's just plow ahead here. Edsel.
Yep, lowrider Edsel. Thought I would do something different.
See, Kevin had suggesting I should play Legends of the Hobby. I actually do have it here. Let me see if I could turn it on and just play it as background music while we talk. I'm not sure I can pull that off. If it doesn't work, I'm going to stop it. But if I can get it tuned down nice and low and just play in the background, we'll keep going. Let me try that. Turn that volume down. There we go. Maybe we can handle that volume.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Of course, it's hard not to want to listen to the song, right? Kevin only wanted to hear it because his name's in there.
His name is in it. Yeah, he's been immortalized in song now.
I did another one for him just for fun. It's called The Legend of Kevin Smith. And it's sort of like along the lines of Big Bad John.
Okay.
Remember that old song from Jimmy Dean?
Yep. Uh-huh.
In fact, that's even better. Kevin, can I play that one? See what Kevin says. I think that's distracting. No, I'm going to turn that one off. If you want to hear this song here, it's in my video that came out today. So,
Yep.
anyway, 66 Galaxy. Now there's
Yeah.
fancy work.
That's that paint job was inspired by Gary C's, because I've been following Gary since the layer low days in the mid 2000s. And on his channel, he does a lot of paint tutorials. And he did that on the GTO. His was blue, white, and light blue, I believe. So I didn't want to do the blue. Of course, orange is my favorite color. So I did the orange, the white, then I sprayed the white with Tester's Pearl Coat, which actually comes out looking like a ginger ale color. So that's why the white really isn't white. And then I just fogged in that 65 Impala color.
Nice.
I'm drawing a blank on it, but I just fogged that in, and of course it got rainbow flake in it. Kind of my go-to, some rainbow flake. So yeah, that was a Gary C's inspired one, because he did. And I said that one's one of the simpler ones that he showed, because it doesn't take a lot of masking, and you mask right on the body lines.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it looks natural.
Mhm.
So I built two 65s. I did both patina jobs. One was a family car that we had, and then I did one for Kevin, patina of one of his cars. And I have two of the 66s to build, because we had that in the family too. One of them was all primered up before they got repainted with Earl Scheib, so I wanted to do that version. And then after that, it was done in Earl Scheib. Then in their blue, like a grabber blue. But shortly after all that, my brother wrapped it around a telephone pole. In fact, I ought to build it like that now that I know how to make Rex. I like this one. I bet a lot of people don't know what that is in the window, but I lived out in Arizona, and some of the cars actually still had those. Let's see. Let's do a little trivia here. Comments. Who's the first person who can tell us what's in that window?
The proper name or the street name, whatever name you believe it is.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not sure what the proper name is. I mean, I know what it is. So.
Yeah, but that's the Jimmy Flintstone 53 Ford sedan.
Okay, so that's one of his resin bodies.
John say Swamp Fan.
Swamp Cooler. Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, it goes by a lot of different names, but everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yep, evaporative cooler, and the reason people call it swamp cooler is because it's filled with water, and the water would kind of sit in the tray and then be pumped up and run down the pads. Or, of course, on this car, it had water on the pads, and as you're driving, the wind blew through the pads. And actually, in a very dry climate, that'll freeze you out.
Oh, okay.
You know, it doesn't work here on the East Coast at all because it's so humid. But in Arizona, I even had them on my house. I had central air, but I also had evaporative coolers on the roof. And from like May to July, you'd be 113 degrees outside, but almost 0% humidity. So those things worked perfect. But as soon as the monsoons came and it got humid, then it was just pumping humidity into the house. So, okay, good. So some of you guys got that. Yeah, somebody else got one there too. Keith knew what that was. Yep.
So yeah, that's painted with some of my custom painting pearls. They're powders. I can mix in. I can. Let me.
So I apologize. Did you?
Just a few of them.
Did you tell me what? Because that was a Jimmy Flintstone body, but he doesn't sell kits, right?
Stuff like this.
Hold on, let me make you big. Okay, show me that.
Yeah, you can get custom painting powders that I got here.
Oh, okay.
Get them off of eBay. It's what I just mix them in. I keep going the wrong way. Like this white orange. Put it over anything. Give it like a little white or orange pearl coat to it. So that's why I need all the testers clear coat that I can find. All the 1261.
Sweet. So they're probably like scaled down for models, right? Because I have like some automotive pearl. I haven't tried them on a model yet. that you can put it like in your intercoat clear, like you did your flake, you know?
Yeah, it's a powder that, because the guy sells it for, you can use them on real cars, motorcycles, is what he got them on his page for, but there's a few modelers on there. It's a powder. Once you mix it into the clear, it dissolves. There's nothing coming out, no flakes or anything. So yeah, it's just a powder. Put it in the clear, shake it up. You have to keep shaking it up because it may settle back down, but once it's fully shaken real good, spray it out and it comes out of color. And that's the pink gold flip on that one right there.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So did you mention it? I'm not sure if you did or not. What did you use for a donor vehicle?
Oh, that's the Lindbergh 53 Crown Vic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it just fit right on there, or did you have to modify?
A little bit of modification along the back because his pan was just a little too long, or it could just have been the thickness of his bodies, because you know the thickness of the bodies vary if you get something from Jimmy Flintstone.
Yeah, some of them can be pretty thick. I got a couple of them. Cool little dune buggy. Or it's not really a dune buggy. It's
an ATV side to side. Again, I know nothing about it. I know nothing about them. I was just scrolling eBay a couple years ago, and the guy had one. I had the money. I pressed click. It was $30. And it sat here for a couple years before I decided what I wanted to do with it. I was watching YouTube a SEMA video, and they were showing the big lifted up trucks, and a couple of the trucks had the little side by sides on the back, and that gave me the idea. So that side by side actually matches a Ford F-350 that's over here on the desk. That's under the table, under that little cloth. If anybody watch the video, you see something under the cloth in the background. It's a jacked up, lifted Ford F-350 in those paint colors.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one's really badass.
Yeah, another Jimmy Flintstone body that I had for a long time. Took me a while to find that Cadillac Seville, the Revell. And it's the one where the body come in pieces. So once I found they reissued that, got it. Again, sat on it for a few years and thought I'd finish that up this year. I was tired of sitting in the box just taking up space.
Yeah, that one's really, really sharp. I almost built my first Jimmy Flintstone because this 48 Chevy, I actually picked up a stretched version of the body at one of the shows, and it just grabbed my eye like, oh, that would be cool on something. But when I started building this, it just, for what I wanted this build to be, it just didn't fit proportion-wise. But I'm going to do something else. I'll build something with it because it is unique.
I saw that body you got. I'm familiar with it. It looked like a hearse to me. That's why I always say, that's why I always
sort of
from it.
Sort of does, yeah. So maybe I'll make a Halloween build out of that or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think.
And you're one of the rare guys to build this in white.
So somebody from DMG asked, did I chop the top? No, that's just how it came from Jimmy Flintstone. That's actually a zoom top on that Revell Cadillac body. That was
by from Boyd Coddington kind of look.
Yeah, Coddington Shazoom. Because his bodies was Jimmy Flintstone bodies was made by Ted Chopper, passed away a few years ago. Some of y'all may know him, knew who he was. I know Kevin does, but yeah, he used to do a lot of his bodies for him. And really, that's one of my favorite muscle cars.
Yeah, almost everybody goes for the yellow, including me. So it's nice to see somebody did the white.
Yeah, I wanted to do the white one. The wheels actually came off a Ford Lightning. Because I built this before 3D printed wheels, and Pegasus really wasn't doing much. So, getting custom wheels, putting on the model, you had to get them out of another kit. Because I got to be a late 90s build. I put the headers on it. Was trying to make a stage 2 out of it because I had read the stage 2 had headers on them. So built that. It's kind of one of my favorite kits. I built that multiple times. I have built that white one, the yellow one. That one long gone. Did one as a convertible. It's long gone.
That is a nice kit. Right now, in fact, on my Facebook group, that's my cover shot, I have a picture of my yellow one there, and
Okay.
just a box stock build, but man, it looks
Yeah.
awesome. Just the decals and the color, and I used the factory match yellow too. I forget what they called it, but
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a
And
beautiful build.
they got the best set of beard rims in my opinion.
Yep, yep. And 56 or 57, 56,
That's the 57.
57. Okay.
Two-door to that wagon. Yeah, I was just trying to do that like a mile custom. It's just pearl white, silver, some more of the Pegasus wheels on it. Yeah, a little scroll work on the hood, just the decal.
Okay, Mike's got a question for you. Do you display yours or do you keep them in boxes? And he says, please don't tell me you put them in boxes.
They displayed. It's over 150 displayed in 2 big cases, regular single cases, and I have a Carney case.
Cool. So they're covered. They don't get dusty or nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, nice. Yeah, can you imagine trying to dust 100 something builds?
yeah, and make it hard to try to dust a truck
Yeah,
where the mirrors are just want to fall off if you just look at it too hard.
exactly. That's a nice build. Kind of reminds me, I built the, well, it's a 57. Yeah, I built a 57. It was my first build after coming back to the hobby last year. And it was pearl white just like this. So yours kind of reminded me. But mine's pearl white, but then I used like that seafoam green as the two-tone color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I went stock. I didn't go muscle car wheels or anything. But when I saw yours, it sort of reminded me of mine a little bit. Okay, that one's blank. Wow, we're already an hour and 45 minutes in. Boy, I tell you what, time is flying. So there's a sweet little bike there.
Yeah, that's
Not my style for riding, though. I don't
But
like that position.
those are the race bikes. I'll try to build something once to see how I like it. And I built that one. That was the first one I built. When I was talking about, I got the hop-up kit for. And if you can see on the right side of the bike, you see a little gold. I'm going to call it a wheel. That's what I call it, a wheel. And then I was told that was a clutch
Oh, okay.
because that has the hop-up kit on it, chain, different wires, and photo wedge, muffler clamps. And I knew nothing about bikes. Still don't know much about them, but I like building them. I built 10 bikes so far, 10 of those. I like the race bikes because they smooth. They don't have the mirrors hanging off looking like elephant ears like you see on the crotch rockets. You see the kids riding up and down the street on that.
So Dan met you and Kevin and me at the Plastic Undercover. Weren't you at SFASCon too, Dan, or was it just Plastic Undercover? I can't remember, but I know I met you. Yes, but I couldn't remember if it was the Sharon show too. So. Yeah, soon we're coming around again to the shows, Kevin. You're right. Oops, wait a minute. I'm trying to get my buttons right. There we go. I still need an assistant to help me navigate all my stuff.
I see you, Greg, with the Cadillac kid. Yeah, that's all part of the hop-up kit that Top Studio sold. The bars, the forks. Again, I don't know much about the bikes, but the forks was metal. It came with caliber, little spaces to go in between the calibers. It's the most expensive bike I've built, and it was the first one I built, and I just went all in on that one. I built more, but I never did that much detail to one since then.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's talking about my Foose truck. It's in a turquoise. Came out really nice.
All right, thank you, Mill Creek.
I thought Krista was working there, Kev, your daughter. He's saying she could do my navigating for me. Yeah, but she'd have to be right here on the show with me. I thought she's started something on her own. I remember she said she started her own business or something, hiring drivers or something. But okay, so what else we got, my friend Jerome? We got another bike picture here. A nice shot of the swing arm.
Yeah, Dan,
That's a swing arm, the back end.
Yeah, there's a lot. Revell, 2005 Impala. It was a police car.
Is that it? Okay, I was wondering because it had the 4-door on it. It's like, well, what 4-door kit is that? So
Yeah.
now it makes sense. A police car.
Yep, it was a Revell police car. It's a snap kit, curbside, no engine, flat bottom, quick, easy build. I made the ground effects out of modeling clay. So once upon a time when I went to college, I was taking art classes, and you know, part of it you have to sculpt something out of clay. So I just sculpted that kit all the way around it, a little wing on the back, and did a pretty good job. I haven't been able to do one since. So I think I've peaked on that one.
So Joey's only got one arm, so I think he's asking if you'd come over and help him. Is that what you're asking, Joey? Sweet. Yeah, nice shot of the rear. So that's a cool take, you know. I mean, that's where imagination comes in, like I did at the beginning of your intro where I said imagination.
Yeah.
You know, instead of doing a police car, you did something really cool out of this kit.
Yeah, and the rag top is just masking tape with a faux rag top. Just masking tape. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let me go
Yeah.
back. It kind of looks like that padded. Looks like that thicker padded top is what I thought.
I put two layers of tape.
Okay. So you were going for that padded
Yep.
look. Okay.
Yeah, because that was in the early 2000s. That kind of was the thing. The late 90s, when everybody, whatever car they had, they were putting faux tops on them. And when I lived in Alabama, the guy lived in the building, had a Toyota Celica, had a 80s model, and he had a black rag top on it. So they were just putting the faux rag tops on everything.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a resin.
And who would have ever thought, you know, chrome disappeared, vinyl tops disappeared, two-tone has disappeared. I mean, you buy a car today, I mean, they cost you twice as much as they used to, and they don't even have anything cool on them anymore.
No, I do not have a video doing the top in Mill Creek. And just a few people out here that does that top. I do it the same way that they do it. And Ronald,
I like what you did with this.
Yeah, if Ronald's still on here, there's one of your layer low cars from 2006 from Scale Dreams. I don't know if you remember when Scale Dreams had a contest. That was the third place. Won some of his supplies and stuff. But that was just the resin body. I don't remember who I got it from. Cut the trunk open. And the donor kit was that Monte Carlo that came back out, Trumpeter. When the Trumpeter Monte Carlo kit first came out in the 2000s, that whole kit fitted under there. Dashboard, interior, engine, suspension. You see in the mirror, I got it done up decent underneath.
Yeah, it's a cool build. It looks the part.
Mm-hmm.
Mustang.
Nah, Greg, that wasn't a bike with the real chain on it. That's a different one. That's my favorite Oldsmobile.
Yeah, that's pretty color combination too with the silver and black.
And it happens to be a birthday car, so that'll be one of them I'll have for a long time.
What was that, a 68?
68 Hurstos, yep.
Yep.
Those it's a modified AMT 69. I got the bumpers from Model House. Then back in just probably 2001 or two at the Toledo NNL's model house. Used to come there every year, and I got the bumpers for that. So that's another old bill.
Sweet.
I had seen in the magazine somewhere where they had the exhaust painted red, cherry bombs and whatever.
Yeah, that's the way them old cherry bombs came. They were cheap too.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember right, I think it was like $10 or $15 for a cherry bomb. You know, because cars, well, you probably remember, I mean, cars, exhaust was made out of steel, and they just rusted out. I mean, you needed to replace an exhaust like every third year. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you see a whole exhaust just laying in the snowbank.
Yeah. I mean, both of my cars now are, both of them are about 10 years old, and not an inch of, no rust showing anywhere, you know. Back in the day, a 5-year-old car was shot.
Yep. No, I do not, Chester. I can, but I don't want to put that effort into it. It really ain't worth it. Most people looking at it don't know the firing order anyway. As long as you cross them, I figure as long as you cross them up, you know, a little bit, you don't just split it in the middle and 4 go to the left, 4 go to the right. Then of course I just look. Then everybody know you faking it. But if you cross a couple of them up, it'll look the part.
Yep. Every one of my cars has a misfire.
Yeah.
I actually have a firing order chart that I put up on my computer screen when I'm building, but I still get it wrong. just like when I was doing a real car, you know, if I was rebuilding an engine and reassembling the car, I always got the firing order backwards somewhere.
Yeah, I got a chart for all the GM Ford Mopar engines. I've had them since the late 90s, and I used to try to do it, but then I just stopped. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna notice. And the guy that does notice, you know, good, because he know more than I know about it. And it's a model. It ain't gonna start anyway. If I just want to give somebody a smart answer, you know, some people will get smart at you about it.
I'll never forget my little brother. He wasn't quite the motorhead that I was, or my older brothers were. And he was living with me. He came out to Phoenix to visit me for a while. And he was doing a tune-up on his car. And he pulled the entire distributor out of the car. Okay. I come home from work and he's just cussing and kicking and saying, "Brother, I don't know what happened. I just pulled the distributor to do whatever and now it won't run at all." Well, he just kind of just stuck it in any which way. Didn't realize that it had to be cocked to a certain degree, and so I got him back on top dead center, and I got it. I pulled it out, put it back into place, and fired it right up. And he was like, "Man, thank you," because he just didn't know that you had to do that.
Yeah, you just can't drop it back down in there.
Yeah. All right, so that's all your builds. I can't believe we went through all of those.
Okay.
I wasn't sure we were really going to get to them all, but we did. What do you think, folks? I think he's a heck of a builder. I think it was really good, man. I mean, I probably love your trucks the most, and then I think some of your gassers were pretty cool. So those are probably my favorites of what I saw there.
Okay.
But
yeah, I try to build at least one of everything. I've even built the helicopter, Huey. So still haven't built the tank yet, but it's on the list.
Yeah, I do. I want to break away too. I still have the plane. I bought that P40, is it? I forget what it is. I don't even know my planes, but I have one plane on the shelf. I got to build that.
Yeah, I don't know the plane. If
I might, for the river counters, I might even do a custom paint job on the plane just to piss them off.
Well, I tell you this, back in the lay and low days, it was thoughts about people building tanks and putting Daytons on them just to get under the IPMS people's skin. Yeah. You just imagine showing up to an IPMS show with a tank, because all I know they tanks. I don't know an American from a German, from a Swiss. But they got a candy paint job on it, and they got 20 Daytons on it inside the tank. Yeah.
And I would do that because I could never compete with those guys because they take it way too serious.
All right, thanks, Jeff. So, yeah. Yeah, modeling is a good thing. It's brought me a lot of happiness, a lot of enjoyment, meeting new people, still meeting new people. This coming over here to, on YouTube, opened it up to a lot of different people.
It really does. It really does. So, have you been to any shows yet where you got recognized? You probably will
I
this
haven't been,
year.
I haven't been to any shows since I started the channel,
Okay.
but I'm known at a lot of shows because I've been going to shows since '98.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So you got that reputation there
They
going
know
for
me
you.
in Lima, they know me in Buffalo. They used to know me in Detroit. I've been to Detroit in more than 10 years. Columbus, Zanesville. Zanesville is a good show. That's coming up in September, the fourth Saturday in September. You got Zanesville. And you got Lima on the 22nd of this month. I'm going to try to get down to that one. Haven't been there in a couple of years.
There you go. Chet's going to build a Pro Street tank,
Yep.
Panther pink.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we ought to do. We ought to do some sort of group build. And the rules are it cannot look military.
Yeah. Take
Yeah,
something
that would be fun.
military, but it won't be. Don't make it military. That would be a fun bill.
You know, you just gave me an idea, because I don't want to just do a group build because everybody's doing them, and there's too many to even keep up with. I even have trouble doing them. I just did the buddy build on that Mustang. I just did the Tamiya Mustang, and it was fun doing that. But if I did every group build that came by, I wouldn't be able to build what I like to build or what I want to build.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll eventually get in a group bill. I would like to get in that under 1,000 group bill, but I would like to see what the subject is. Because the subject got to be interesting. Like I said, I'm not gonna just get in it to get in it. It got to be an interesting subject, something that I want to do
yeah,
and that I haven't done to death. I don't want to get in and be like the build is Impala. Oh, I built 30 Impalas. I'm not in the mood to build another one, even though I am building another one, but that's for someone else. But yeah, I would like to get in that one. I don't know about any other ones. Maybe I know Jason has that Pro Street one. I don't know if it's still coming this year or it's already gone by. I like building the Pro Streets out of different things. That's one I would be interested in getting in. But some of the other ones I don't know. It just depends on the subject,
right.
I want to say I get in this group build and it be Tri-5 Chevys. I'm about to say some of y'all ain't gonna like. I hate Tri-5 Chevys. Yep, you see one in the background that I bought 20-some years ago, thinking that if I build it, I might like it. It is still sitting there. Ain't even been open. So yeah, it had to be a subject that I want to do, and I got an idea to do as of right now, and that I haven't done numerous times before.
I agree. Kevin just pointed out this is a record show for me. This is our 21st show, by the way, folks. But 2 hours and 2 minutes. Yes, we ought to wrap it up.
Oh yeah.
So tell me, Jerome. So I got a link for your YouTube page. Is that your primary thing, or is it Instagram or Facebook too? Or?
Yeah, got the YouTube, got Instagram. My Instagram is private. You can still actually follow me, then I'll let you follow. Because when I first got on Instagram, I had to keep people, strippers and modelers and scam people. And, everybody, they see you like somebody post, and all of a sudden, here comes some stripper talking about, hey, let me follow you. No,
Yeah.
You don't build models, I don't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I get that a lot, even with my Facebook group.
And I am on TikTok, which I just got on that a couple weeks ago. And it's also the same name, Models by Roni. And it's just open to the public. I left that one open.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. TikTok, Models by Roni, and YouTube, Models by Roni, and the other one's private. So very good, man. I had a good time with you tonight. Really appreciate you sharing all your builds. You got any parting words for the fans?
Yeah, I enjoyed myself. I I thought I would. I didn't know if I would come up with enough, have enough to talk about. Because sometimes I don't have nothing to say. But if the conversation keep going, I'll keep going. As you see, you're talking. I can see the chat here. Chat kept going. Very interactive. I like it. No, Kevin, I'm not shy. I'm just an introvert. I'll only talk when you talk to me. I generally will not start a conversation, or I can't hold the conversation. If you stop talking, I'm going to stop talking. Then we're going to just have that awkward silence.
Well, you done good, my friend. You done good. I had a great time too, man. I mean, you can't go wrong talking models. So, all righty. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show, and hope to see you again this year at Plastic Undercover. I assume you're going to be there, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's
Okay,
the plan.
good. All right, so that's coming up here in the fall, folks. I think we got to call this a wrap. I really appreciate everybody. I appreciate the comments section. You guys were a pretty lively, active crowd, and they were, Jerome, they were paying attention to us. Sometimes they're talking about stuff totally different than the show, but today they were talking about us. So
Yeah. No
that's when you know you're
talk.
doing good.
Yeah. No
Pardon
Trailer
me?
Swift talk tonight. No Trailer Swift talk tonight.
Yeah, you caught that. Huh?
And you know who I'm talking about. Who starts that Trailer Swift?
Oh boy. Well, I really had a good time. Thank you, everybody. Again, the next show will be the first Friday in September. And hang on here. Where did I have that slide? Let me get that slide back up. So September 4th will be Fred Pappy Henry. And everybody knows him from West Georgia Rods and Customs. And this is his old time slot. So I'm sure probably a lot more of you guys know him better than even I do, because I'm still the newbie on this hobby compared to a lot of you guys. But that's going to be a good show, and I really appreciate everybody when they accept my invitations. I haven't had anybody decline yet. So till then, folks, just model on. Enjoy the rest of your summer. It's quickly passing us by, so get out there and do something, even if you need to take a break from building. So thanks, Jerome.
All right. Thank you. Good evening.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
All righty.